Trump looks like he will get the 2024 crowd he wants. Ron DeSantis entered the presidential race last week along with Tim Scott, with others to follow. For the former president, the more candidates the better. Gov. Ron DeSantis of Florida officially entered the presidential race last week, but he appears farther than ever from the one-on-one matchup that his allies believe he needs to wrest the nomination from former President Donald J. Trump. Former Vice President Mike Pence is burrowing deeper into Iowa, crucial to his effort to dislodge the Republican frontrunners, even before he has announced his bid. Former Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey is intensifying preparations for another campaign, with an expected focus on New Hampshire. And Republican donors and leadership on Capitol Hill are showing fresh interest in Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, who kicked off his campaign last week. Even candidates who have barely been mentioned are suddenly expressing interest in 2024. The rapidly ballooning field, combined with Mr. Trump's seemingly unbreakable core of support, represents a grave threat to Mr. DeSantis, imperiling his ability to consolidate the non-Trump vote, and could mirror the dynamics that powered Mr. Trump's takeover of the party in 2016. It's a matter of math. Each new entrant threatens to steal a small piece of Mr. DeSantis's potential coalition, whether it be Mr. Pence with Iowa evangelicals or Mr. Scott with college-educated suburbanites. And these new candidates are unlikely to eat into Mr. Trump's votes. The former president's base, more than 30% of Republicans, remains strongly devoted to him, President Trump. He should go to the casino, he's a lucky guy, Dave Carney, a veteran Republican strategist based in New Hampshire, said of the former casino owner, Mr. Trump. It's a gigantic problem for Mr. DeSantis, added Mr. Carney, who has worked on past presidential campaigns, because whatever percentage they get makes it difficult for the second-place guy to win because there's just not the available vote. Mr. Trump's advisors have almost gleefully greeted each successive entry as part of a divide-and-conquer strategy that his team has spoken about since 2021. And many of the candidates seem more comfortable throwing punches at Mr. DeSantis than at Mr. Trump. The DeSantis campaign sees the landscape differently. We don't believe it's 2016 again, Ryan Tyson, a senior advisor to Mr. DeSantis, said in an interview and in a private briefing for donors this week. Mr. Tyson described a Republican electorate split into three parts: 35% as only Trump voters, 20% as never Trump, and the remaining 45% as the DeSantis sweet spot. Mr. Tyson told donors, in audio that was leaked and published online, that every entrant besides the two frontrunners were isolated in the never Trump segment. If your name is not Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump, you are splitting up this share of the electorate, he said.